Hey, you guys, it's Anne Marie. Happy Saturday. It's raining. You might hear it's kind of um, drifted off a little bit here, but it's been going, coming and going. And I've been in the woods, and I love when it rains or it storms and then go into the woods just to see everything. Anyway, I have some new decks I wanted to share with you. However, before I do that, I wanted to read an excerpt out of one of the books because it's a poem and it was pretty profound. Um, this is from the amazing The Rooted Woman Oracle. This deck, I was going to do it last night, but then the power went out, and I pulled one card for me, and it blew my mind. I was thinking about it all night. So, but anyway, all right. So this is the title of it is Peregrina, and here's the thing. Peregrinas are, it's a Spanish word, and it's a female pilgrim or a wanderer. O mother of the sea, lend me a wave that is strong and true, to carry me from this age which unbinds me. I do not need a ship, mother, but make it a buoyant swell, to bear me up and float me on the seas dreamy. Then breach me onto some lighter shore. When I land there, mother, give me a warp and a weft again, and an urchin quill to remind me how the prettiest barb can lodge under your skin and leave you undone. Only lend me a loom, and I will take up the threads of this unraveled life. I will weave a braid from the 3 strands of seaweed. I will wind 3 times around my finger. I will dig my salt-encrusted hands into the soil and weed myself to the thirsty brown roots of a new beginning. That's by Sharon Blackie. Amazing. So last night, I just shared this because I'll probably do a separate reading with the cards, but I'm very methodical when it comes to getting new decks. Like I sage each and every card, and I follow up with Palo Santo, but I cleanse all the energy. I have a prayer that I do throughout the whole time I'm cleansing the decks, right? And then after that, I shuffle 3 times, a few different ways each time. And then I pull a card for myself to set the intention. Oh, the birds are chirping, chirp, 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 chirp. There's all kinds of trees down. Anyway, and so the card I pulled, and I'm so glad it didn't get mixed up when I was packing up for today, it was number 4, Bog, Stagnation. Now, if you watched any of my last couple of videos of me crying out to Spirit about being in this space of like, okay, I'm ready to, like, I'm moving forward, right? So I'm going to read you actually both pages. It actually starts, what page is this? Number 36, I'll be damned. Stagnation, Bog. I think I showed you, but I just want to show you this and you see that, because this may resonate with somebody. Boglands are profoundly still and silent places. In them, time hardly seems to pass at all. Decay and decomposition are most suspended there. So our ancestors buried bodies deep in the moist peat to preserve them. Like they buried them underneath the bogs. If you reach your hands down into that rich black butter, who knows what buried mysteries you will find. To love a bog, then, is to love secrecy and subtlety. To be subtle, sorry. To forge what lies hidden beneath the surface. Superficially, a bog might seem like a dark and bleak place, and yet, if you choose to look closely, it will reveal an abundance of subtle color, of texture, and of life. It won't shout out at you like a flower garden or a rainforest. A bog will creep up on you and offer upon its gifts 1 or 2 at a time. In this way, you come to see them more clearly and know them more deeply, because there's little else to crowd them out. A bog then teaches us to look for treasure in the most unlikely places, to focus on the close-up, the quiet, and seemingly obscure. But above all, this card asks us to understand that sometimes what appears to be stagnation is actually preservation. There are times when we need to hold still to preserve our energy and life force. There are times when we need to rest our assaulted senses, to cut back and pare down, to reduce our tendency for overwhelm, and to drink in the beauty of every day. And it was interesting because when I got these decks yesterday, and I got some it was amazing news at the beginning to something amazing that I've been manifesting like for some time. And I wanted to, share that stuff with you, some of it. Because Spirit was like, just pump your brakes. It's been a rough couple weeks, and you're getting your energy back, and you've been doing a lot of inner work and stuff like that, and dealing with a lot of stuff. Just be still. And I was like, but I want to share these. I want to share these cards. I want to share da. The power goes out at 4:15 yesterday. 4:14. The power goes out, and you can't. I had battery life on my phone, but I couldn't do any videos at TikTok. It wouldn't, without Wi-Fi. And I couldn't really do any videos because it was so dark in the basement, and the candles, it just looked creepy. And I pulled this card for me, and I took it as a sign to be in that moment. So I hope this message reached who it needed to reach. I'm going to do another video, obviously, and pull from this amazing deck and see what other kind of messages we can get. I truly hope you guys are healthy and happy and full of joy. May you love and be loved. Heal, don't harm.